Demand generation. This will be an overall or overview of growing demand through strategic advertising. Now, biggest question is, what is demand generation? It's pretty simple. It means generating demand or generating, demand for a business by getting people to know about the product and want to buy it through advertising. So a key objective here is creating awareness and interest that leads to sales through a strategic advertising efforts. Now, there are two parts of demand generation. Number one, there's demand creation, which is introducing your brand to new audiences. And then we have demand capture, which is converting the interest or converting interested audiences into customers. Now, focusing on the demand creation, that is where advertising will introduce brands or products to new audiences to create awareness and interest. So we've seen it before, Super Bowl commercials, some of those commercials I don't know, or some of those commercials, the company I don't know, I've never heard of them, but I know about them from watching Super Bowl.
Hey guys, I hope that you're enjoying the course so far and that you're getting a lot of good, valuable information. I just want to let you know that I am coming out with a school community, and by the time that you're watching this, it might be already there. So if you look in the description of this video, you should be able to find the school link so that you can join. You can join the program for free, and it's just a good way to build community and also get access to all the free courses and the free resources that I'm offering within my school community. So highly encourage you to check that out. You will find a lot of value in that, I promise you. So if you're liking this content, please give it a thumbs up. It pushes it further in the algorithm, and if I'm doing good so far, go ahead and subscribe. Why not? But yeah, so I'm planning on dropping more courses. Depending on when you're watching this, I should already have a Google Ads Bootcamp along with a Meta Bootcamp, aka Pink Print, Blueprint, whatever, but all that should be already coming out, so make sure to check that out as well. And yeah, I'm also coming out with a PPC portfolio, basically teaching you how to build your portfolio and how to add pay-per-click specific campaigns to that portfolio. So yeah, let's get back to the video.
Okay, that's a good example of how a company will use demand creation advertising to build awareness to a new audience, because the Super Bowl, a lot of people watch the Super Bowl, a lot of people watch it. So that is a big opportunity for businesses to gain a new audience. Now, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of demand creation? Well, it introduces the product to new audiences. Again, you're able to build awareness and generate initial interest. So some of the key characteristics that we're looking at is that is a broad target approach, focuses on education and awareness, and it's more so the top of the funnel activity, which we'll be talking about the funnel, which is super, super important. But here are some of the examples I was kind of talking about, some of the common examples. It's the billboard. You ever see billboard ads when you're going down the highway, you're running errands? Count how many billboards you see today. It's going to be a lot more than what you think. Some people only can recall seeing like 2 to 3, but I can bet you it was 2 to 3 times like 5. It's a lot of billboards. And don't let you live in an area like New York or Houston or Chicago or LA. You'll see a lot of billboards. And the billboards are still important because they're able to create brand awareness through visual impact. Same thing with TV commercials. That is a form of demand creation. Storytelling. TV commercials, they focus on storytelling that introduces products to a mass audience. Same thing with social media ads. That is more so targeted to introducing products to new audiences as well. So now, demand capture. Demand capture is advertising aimed to people who already are familiar with the product and are ready to buy, focusing on converting interest into sales. So the key purpose is to converting interested prospects into customers by focusing on those already in the buying process. So the key strategies here is to target products messaging, conversion focused creative, clear calls to action, as well as sales oriented language. Here are some of the demand capture platforms that are available. We have different platforms that can be used to really capture the demand through messaging targeted at a warm audience who is already familiar with your product or service. So that is seen through TikTok, which is ideal for getting younger audiences to engage in video content, to use call to action format to convert warm leads. Also have Facebook Meta, which leverage a detailed targeting option to reconnect with audiences who've been shown or who have already shown interest. You can use carousel, image, video ads to really promote your product. And then for Google, you're able to capture high intent users through search ads and display networks. So you're able to target specific keywords that are related to your product and service. So the best practice here is to really customize your messaging based on the audience's familiarity with your product or service and where they are in the buying journey. So where are they at in the buying journey? All right. Now, for paid search ads, let's see. For paid search ads, there is an exceptionally high click-through rate and conversion rate because people are already looking for a solution to their problem. So why this works so well is because the target user actively is searching for a solution. They appear at the moment, or our ad appears at the moment of the highest purchase intent, and there is an efficient demand capture tool for ready to buy audience, which is paid search, Google Ads search. Same thing with retargeting ads. Retargeting ads reaches people who already visited your website or have already shown interest in your products. So it's helping to capture demand by reminding them of your offer. So we see retargeting ads a lot in paid social like Meta, as well as display ads. So it's a great way to target your warm audience that already demonstrates interest. Key component of demand capture strategy, and is typically higher conversion rate than the cold advertising. So again, retargeting ads is a way for you to recapture lost opportunities. They are both important. The importance of both strategies, they're both important. So it's crucial to have both demand capture and demand creation in your marketing strategy. So if you're just starting out, or if you're with a client that's just starting out, startup company, of course, you want to focus on creating demand, right? But once you've already created demand, you are already getting people to the top of your funnel, then you want to create demand capture. So it's like peanut butter, jelly. You need both. Now you can put the peanut butter on first, on the bread. The peanut butter catches the bread. Then after that, you can add the jelly. Okay. You'll need to capture demand to fill the funnel with potential customers. So you need to capture the demand to convert the interest into actual sales. So relying on demand capture will eventually dry up as the demand decreases. That's why it's always important to be creating demand as well, which is why you will see Super Bowl commercials like Gillette on a Super Bowl commercial. Wait a minute, why is Gillette running a Super Bowl commercial? They are the number one razor company in the world. Why are they still running commercials? Because there are people out there that haven't heard. There's new generation. We have Generation Z, Generation Alpha, and they're growing up and they're gonna want to shave. So boom, they know about Gillette now. Okay, never know. But takeaway here is you want to balance between demand generation and capture. Key takeaway here is you want to balance between demand creation and capture, which ensures sustainability, business growth, and consistent sales pipeline. So there you have it. Now, with the strategic balance and funnel management, you want to be balancing the demand creation and capture for essential sustainability marketing growth, So with the funnel management strategy, we have the top of the funnel, which will focus on the demand creation to build awareness. But then we have the middle of the funnel, that is to nurture the interest with targeted content. And then we have the bottom of the funnel that is implemented to implement demand capture tactics for conversion. So without proper balance, the businesses risk depleting their audience pipeline, leading to diminished returns on demand capture efforts. So something to keep in mind. All right. Now, when it comes to B2B versus D2C, B2B represents business to business and D2C is direct to consumer. When it comes to the relevancy of demand capture, when it comes to B2B and B2C, it's still important. So with B2B, you have longer sales cycle. I've worked for B2B, and I can tell you that there is a long sales cycle that requires nurturing for B2B, right? There's a huge educational content that builds authority and relationship focused demand strategy. That this part is super, super important with B2B. B2B goes slow. Now, D2C, I like to think of doing door to door, but D2C is direct to consumer. It's faster conversions with emotional appeals. So there's visual content that drives engagement and customer experience focused strategy. So demand generation works for both of them, but demand generation is vital for both businesses, with strategic, of course, tailored for each audience's unique buying journey and decision-making process. But regardless of the business model, both the creation and capture strategy both remains essential for sustainable growth.